This is the last of the wine, like that. My mom made all the wine for our wedding, and this was sangria that she made. It's the last of it. This is it.
Oh, wow.
As far as you know, maybe she's got some
I
tucked
mean,
away.
they're always brewing. Do you brew wine? They're always fermenting. So
He makes wine?
yeah, her and my dad make wine in their cellar.
Do they
Oh,
step
cool.
on it? They do like the whole Lucille Ball
I
thing?
wish it's not from grapes. It's like from like other. I don't know how.
Other wine bottles. They just go,
Fruit
this
Hooch?
one's good. Here it is. I made that.
I don't know what they do.
Do they
It's
make it in a
magical.
toilet?
Yes.
Yeah, like prison.
Yeah.
From jelly.
But it's good, and they've won contests and different things.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. They made the wine for your wedding?
They made all the wine that we served at
Wow.
our wedding. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was good wine. I had quite a bit of it.
Mm.
Yeah, you did. I still have pictures I can't show. Is that the opening? We don't even need like the punches. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, I've totally used that. I think it's great.
Also, this next story, I Steve, you haven't started. I know I'm not starting the story, but it's just more proof that I, in my youth, was a garbage human being.
This is like Gangsta Finger. That's our theme.
I love it because you are just not.
No,
Yeah, you're not
No.
garbage.
But you have to just-
your scale of garbage is way out of whack.
I think it's just
Trying things on.
you had to try that stuff, you know.
Sure. In fact, I think it's good. Like, I hope my kids, have the troublemaker and the naughty girl and the crazy rebel and
Right. Yeah.
I don't necessarily want them to be that for their friends, but
Right.
to have adventures and the girlfriend who teaches you how to get away with sleeping at each other's house.
Who were you, Ian? Who were you growing up?
I mean, I was pretty timid. I mean, I had a brother. I had a good friend who we got into a lot of trouble. Like, I was a total follower for sure. I mean, I would just like go along with
Oh.
whatever. Yeah, doing dumb stuff. But I don't recall being much of like I wasn't brave. Like, let's go steal this stuff. Like other people said that, and I was
Brave.
like,
Brave.
great.
Jessie, who were you growing up?
When I was in middle school, I fought a lot,
Oh, the tough guy. Nice.
but in the neighborhood, not at school.
Yeah.
And then when I got to high school, I was a good girl. I just did what I was supposed to do, and
Keep
as
your head
soon
down.
as soon as puberty hit, and I realized that I was different and weird and abnormal and terrible, I kind of zipped up and
Get as little attention as possible.
closed down. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you, Kev?
I think you and I were similar, dude. I was like the Richie Cunningham when I was younger. I was like, in my era, it was Brandon Walsh from 90210, but I was there was a sketch on Saturday Night Live that it always reminded me who I was when I was like young, where Jason what's his name? Jason Priestley was the host, and he played Brandon Walsh, and every sketch he was like, give me your keys, man. And that was like me, because I didn't start drinking until I was 22. I was like the clean cut kid. I mean, I was a dick too, but I was the Richie Cunningham dick.
I wasn't as clean cut as you think. I had a lot of friends though that weren't. Like, we were all kind of the same. There was a lot of fun and adventure.
I mean, you did Hard Time in Sea Isle, right?
Did
Ocean City.
Sea
Sea Isle. Yeah.
Clink.
Yeah.
The click.
The Sea Isle Clink.
Oh.
It's like somebody's couch with like a pillow.
Dude, this thing was a butcher block. I remember that. I remember this thing was a hard piece of wood.
Inhospitable.
Yes.
I bet it has not changed a bit. I bet it's the exact same.
I don't know. They've redone the whole civil center, and like Sea Isle now has a
On
lot
that
more.
block, they took that big hunk of wood and they were like, and it says on it, there's a little plaque that says, Steve slept here.
But it's spelled wrong because I couldn't see. This is Steve with the Punch Out Podcast. With me on this episode are Jessie Preisendorfer,
Hey, Steve.
Kevin Regan,
Hey, Steve.
Ian O'Shea,
Hey, Steve.
And our storyteller is Kristin Finger.
Hey, everybody. All right. So I'm going to tell you the tale of Kristin's first rave.
You piece of shit.
The year was 2002 or 3.
Oh
was-
man,
Whoa.
this is a good rave.
Yeah.
What was the era of raves? I missed all of that.
This is also the tale of Kristin's first and last rave. So,
Oh, it wasn't an era then.
not for me.
So this is the story of the rave you went to.
This is the rave.
Rave.
Our rave.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that's your bit.
damn it.
Let alone many raves.
All right, I'm out.
So I was living in New York City, and I had this really awesome group of friends that I would hang out. We all lived in Astoria, Queens, down Ditmars Boulevard off the N train. Last stop, Ditmars
There
Boulevard.
was dirty blonde, strawberry blonde, redhead, brunette,
All her good friends.
Yeah.
face mole.
I know these people's names.
Are you still close with these people? Or
Yes.
yeah, in touch? Mhm.
Yeah, I'm in touch with these people. 2 of them still live in New York, and one of them lives, I think, in Connecticut with her husband now.
Are these your American Academy of Dramatic Arts and Advanced Acting people?
Wow. Yes, one of them is. So Caitlin was. Her and I went to school together, and then she ended up being one of my roommates. And so this is weird, but I worked at a video store and at the Gap at the same time. But
That
then I
sounds
quit.
like you were a John Hughes movie.
So then I quit the Gap because the video store gave me more hours. And I was like, I don't want to fold anything. I want
Need that money.
I want to make that sweet. Also, it was under the table.
Nice.
I got
Oh.
cash,
Mhm.
which was probably the worst thing to give a 19 to 21-year-old girl who took like 3 trains to get home. I was holding
Yeah.
like hundreds of dollars on my payday, like on the subway and stuff, but whatever. I didn't realize it then. I was like,
Yeah.
thank you for my $500. I will go home now.
Yeah.
So I worked at York Video, and
Hey,
Jason.
you know that store?
Do I know it?
Yeah.
I don't. But I know it only because Chris has talked about the video store in the past.
That was
and
my-
I listen.
That
So-
was one of my
Are
favorite.
you asking Kevin that just because he's a giant nerd?
No, I work
He-
in video too. How dare
He
you?
worked in video too. He
Worked at Suncoast, right?
Suncoast.
They
Yeah.
all know each other? That's racist.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very racist industry.
York Video, there was 2 of them. There was one on, the original was on 68th in York, therefore the name, York Video. But then the owner opened a second location at 73rd in Lexington. So I worked it equally at both of those. Very different clientele at those. Both upper rich, stupid people, but like nicer rich people at 68th in York than 73rd in Lexington.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Did you have an adult section? Was it a curtain or saddle or like? It was
Saloon doors.
saloon doors. Yeah, thank you.
And both of them.
I was the only female that worked at either location. I was the only female on staff.
The wads of cash left alone in a video store with an adult section. Okay, go ahead.
But I was never alone working there. There was always
In
one
New
other
York in the
person.
90s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, those were the stores I worked at. And Jason, my friend, worked at a video store, not York, but another one downtown that Caitlin worked at. So basically, Caitlin and I were living together, but working at 2 different video stores at the same time.
Sounds like a pilot.
Our
It won't get
evenings
picked
were
up,
filled.
but-
Yeah.
It was
How many
amazing.
times did you guys bring home Reservoir Dogs at the same night
Same night?
to
On
surprise
Moulin
each other?
Rouge.
I got Reservoir Dogs again. Oh my God, so did I.
So I met Jason through Caitlin, because Caitlin, and then ironically, Jason's partner at the time, Maggie, worked at the Gap. And she had worked a shift at my Gap, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. So I kind of knew her, but not really. So the four of us were really close, and we'd always hang out over at Jason and Maggie's. We would get stoned all the time. Like we would call up this guy. He'd deliver it in a black Buick, and we'd go outside, pick from like a creepy bag that he had what we wanted. And Ian is listening.
Ian was the guy. He's like, wait, I had a black Buick.
Do you recognize this guy? Hey, what's up? You guys want some weed?
So we would just eat and watch. So because we all love movies, and Jason had like this amazing collection of like vintage movies and stuff. They were like,
I mean, is there a better stoner job in your teenage 20 years than working at a video store?
No, it requires no skill but to watch the films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I got really good at stacking the DVDs to go put them back.
Yep.
I could go from like maybe my waist and hold them in my chin and be able to and not drop them. Yeah,
I could do it that way. Yep, into my arm. Absolutely. Videos.
Yeah.
Which is better? This doesn't seem right. I mean,
no, it does. With the VHS, this was more secure than doing this way.
Yeah.
Kev was hoping this one would get him laid.
No, I'm telling you. When it was video, you could do this. You could do it with DVD too. And when you're putting them back alphabetically, you could pop them out, and it would just shrink the stack without it wouldn't fall if you did it right.
Kev, would you line them up on the counter and then roll up to the counter and just be like, gunk, and then walk away?
We didn't do it in the counter. We had a stock room. We would do all that in.
Oh no, we had
This
a counter.
is the nerdiest conversation.
Shut up, Ian. This is awesome.
This is the bottom. This is the bottom.
It was great. I mean, I was living like that. Literally, I was living in New York trying to be an actor and get on SNL, but I had already hit the high of my life.
You peaked. I peaked.
I peaked working at a privately. I felt like I worked at Empire Records. Like I literally thought this was it. I'm gonna live the rest of my life like this. I'm gonna work 10 to 6, get stoned from 7 to like 2 in the morning, and then do it all over again.
Simple.
Maybe throw some auditions in there once in a while.
Mm.
So Jason had some buddies that, like Jason also like mixed music and stuff like that. And he really liked rave and techno style music and stuff like that. So a couple of his buddies were like, hey, we're playing at this warehouse.
It's always a warehouse.
Right?
Did this guy, how many vuvuzelas did this guy have?
What kind of rave is that?
So
Kick-ass one.
Soccer rave.
Jason was like, you guys want to go to this rave? My like 2 friends are like dual DJing the rave. And I was like, yeah, of course, why not?
And this is techno music? Like what music?
Yeah, it's
Techno's my favorite. It's like electronic dance music, but it's not. But it's not electronic dance music.
Everybody's free to feel good.
And it was like, I couldn't even name a artist. Like I could, you know what I mean? I just knew like, and what Jason would do, because he liked movies and the techno music, was he would take samples from movies and then put them into.
Oh, I love that stuff. That's how
put them into music.
I used to do
and
that.
It was amazing.
I used to do that for comedy sports with sound. Like I would find the techno mixes of all movie themes and everything, and I would techno remixes are the best because it's familiar, but it's
All right, so the Friday night is this rave, and Caitlin and I live together, and then Maggie and Jason live together. So we're like, well, Caitlin and I will come over and we'll get ready at your house because
Yeah, and that's how you get ready for a rave.
Yeah.
Ian was smoking up, so.
So Caitlin and I went to a place, I think it was called Cheap Jack's down in the Village, and just bought what we assumed people would wear to a rave.
Oh, wow.
And that was what?
How cool for you?
Also, mind you, I had seen the movie Go. Has anyone seen the movie?
Great movie.
Oh,
Doug Lyman. It's an awesome movie.
The Beak.
So basically, big parachute pants, neon kind of things, little crop baby tops with like, glowy things, but then also like just weird stuff. So we found Caitlin.
Were you having fun or were you like undercover cops?
No, we were so excited. So Caitlin and I really liked shopping, and like we just kind of approached this like, dude, we get to wear the craziest shit today.
Right, you get to be a character for the night.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, cool.
So we found Caitlin this like lime green, sort of like pencil skirt that looked like a Muppet. It was like fuzzy. And we were like, yeah, that's it. And then I found this red skirt with lollipops all over it. And we went to like a craft store and bought all the stickers, all the glitter.
Oh, wow.
And we bought all these little like things that you could like stars and weird shit you could put in your hair and stuff like that.
Glitter is for your clothes, your body, everything. What?
Yes, we just threw craft glitter all over us.
Jesus.
So I used rubber
So
cement.
you definitely looked like narcs.
They shopped like narcs, so they look.
Yeah.
Used
I want all your glitter. Where's your glitter?
Yourself?
So in our makeup class in school, we learned that you could use like regular, like a glue stick to like hold, to like,
anything?
Like, well, like when you did makeup and you needed to add hair pieces and different things. So I just figured, well, glue, great, let's get some rubber cement. So we.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Wait a second. You skipped a step there. You skipped like a chemical step there.
Yeah.
So we were talking glue sticks and everybody's on board and you're like, so we got rubber cement. You whoa.
So
we figured we could lube it up, and so we just sprayed WD-40 up our butts.
it worked great.
You
So
rub
we
this. You rub this base all over yourselves, and then threw glitter.
No, Steve, we're not animals. We strategically, so on Jason's eyebrows, we painted rubber cement on his eyebrows and then put the glitter, so he had blue glitter eyebrows.
So the last night he spent with his eyebrows, they looked like transvestites.
Well, there's one of two things. Either A, he still has glitter in his eyebrows to this day, or B, he did not. Those eyebrows were not long for this world.
Oh, do you mean the district attorney of Punxsutawney who has glitter eyebrows?
That's it.
Glitter Esquire? I know that guy.
So we're getting ready. And there's 4 of us that are going on this journey, right? We're going to take a cab down to Brooklyn from Queens to this warehouse. And Jason says, hey, I was able to score 2 things at E.
Ian's leaning in. Now that's Ian's tongue is out.
I like how you're narrating this because
some people might listen.
Yeah.
That's the typical drug you would think would be associated with a rave.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it makes you happy and like
You dance all night.
You dance all night. Like you'll never get tired. And that's the idea.
Actually appreciate that music.
Yeah. That's the only time you like that music.
I think the other drug would be goof off. You're going to need some goof off later as well.
So we had 2, and there was 4 of us because Jason's friends had given it to him, knowing he was coming with Maggie as partner, but not knowing like we were coming. But
And
Jason
what was the recommended dosage on the packing?
All of it.
Just
one apiece.
Just take one apiece.
Yeah, just one for 2.
One each.
It just says yes. Right on the package. It's like under all the ages, 4 to 6, 12 to 18, 18 and older, 40 plus. Yes.
So Jason said, well, he didn't know there would be 4 of us, so I figured we put our names in a hat, draw 2.
Awesome.
Whoever's names are drawn.
Fair way to do it.
That's who gets to,
That seems right.
Do you remember what it looked like?
It couldn't.
I don't.
No, they were probably like powdered pills.
Hey, but
I
it would have been
took it.
awesome if he took 2 like placebos and then all 4 of you take them. But it's like we don't know. We don't know who's
If
gonna
he
go,
had any foresight, he would have told no one that he got anything.
including his girlfriend.
Yeah, he'd just be like, well, you guys ready to go?
I got no eyebrows.
These 2
So-
aspirin.
So, spoiler alert, Jason's name was drawn, and so was Kristin.
Oh, no. So the girlfriend didn't get it?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
But
Were
we
you at all conflicted, or were you like, great?
No, I was like, great.
Yeah.
And Maggie was like, it's fine. I don't, she's done it before. She knew I'd never done it before. And she was like, you got to experience this. This is great. And Caitlin was actually more like, I don't think, I'm already stoned. I'm fine,
And there's a good chance you might be able to find some more
Yeah.
at a rave in New York.
That's
Now,
good.
here's the thing. You shouldn't take your E. This is what Jason told me. You shouldn't take, he's like, we're not going to take it until we get in there. Because if you take it before and we're in the cab and it hits you, you're going to fucking lose your mind.
Yeah. Just not
You
nearly
need
as
to
fun.
be
Yeah.
in the place
Yeah, totally.
that you're going to, So I was like, oh, how are we going to get it in there? And Maggie's like, oh, and Maggie goes to the bathroom and takes out a tampon and opens it, takes out the tampon, puts the pills, and then just closes it and puts the tampon back in the wrapper and like reseals. So it just looks like then when someone's going to look through our bag, no one looks at tampons.
Right.
Sure. But they also wouldn't have looked in your pocket. Okay.
They did. Ian, you're jumping the gun.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm already stoned, and we had already had, back in that day, I drank 40s of Colt 45. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's got more alcohol in it, right? That's like a heavier.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Works every time.
So I drank a 40 of Colt 45, and I had definitely taken some hits of a bong. So,
Living your best life. Yeah.
What a nice.
How old are you?
20,
Yeah, great. Awesome.
right?
I mean, I'm glad you're not my daughter, but it sounds like fun.
So,
Although, if you rewind this episode, I do believe Ian literally said,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to encourage my kids to do that, mushrooms and pot. Just stay away from the other stuff. Anyway.
So I also had a fake ID because one of my friends from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts had gotten a new New York license and gave me her South Carolina one. We both had blonde hair, so it worked.
oh, yeah. But you had to use your South Carolina accent. Let's hear it. Go on.
Well, I went into that rave and I said, hi there.
Yep. Perfect.
How do you?
Story complete.
Mhm. I have no follow-up questions. Go in.
I'm coming into this rave and I've got my period, gentlemen.
So don't
Okay.
you look in this tampon.
So we get to the warehouse, and I was like, yes, this is exactly what a rave warehouse looks like. It was from like the movie Go. Like it literally,
Yeah.
it was like people had painted in neon like paint, like it's in here. Like, it was like
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this is great. So once you get in, there's metal detectors and people like literally pat you down, and they went in pockets and
Yeah.
like he went in my hair. Like he looked in my hair.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Well, that was
So
a
like,
fetish.
wow.
That was a fetish, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just means that they were responsible for selling the drugs there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all it means.
We go in, no problem. My ID worked, no problem. They didn't question Maggie's tampon that had 2 things of E in it.
And you're in.
Please enjoy the rave.
Mm-hmm.
P.S. We had also bought glow sticks. Because if you show up to a rave without glow sticks,
Oh.
glow
Bye-bye.
necklaces,
Yeah.
glow bracelets,
Yeah.
you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
They know
why
you know
bother?
you're dark.
So
No pacifiers?
we bought candy ones, and I think I had eaten mine before we even got there.
Yeah, you were
A little nervous? A little
Yeah.
nervous, were we?
No, she was smoking pot and she was hungry. She was like, give me all your pacifiers.
It's Kristin and it's candy.
Huh?
It's Kristin and it's candy. You would.
That's a good point.
So we get there, and then we order a few drinks. We go out back to this open area, and then Maggie's like, all right, let's let's take these. So we just took them. It doesn't like, there's so many fucking people. Like
no one cares.
no one cares. Like I was like, oh, we're not gonna go to the bathroom. Like do this in a stall. Like, all right.
Did you suck them right out of the tampon?
No, she just handed it to me. I popped it in. I don't even think I looked at it because I was so like,
Yeah.
drank down whatever I had ordered. And I was like, all right, how long does this take?
And then, yeah, I was going to say, then the begins, it's not working. It's not working. I don't feel anything. It's not working.
So then Jason's like, it's fine. It's fine. Let's go dance and it'll hit you. I was like, great. Kevin, can you pull up?
Yes, I can.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it hit her.
Oh, boy, did it hit you hard. It hit you so hard, it gave you 19 more bracelets.
Hey, look, you have the rings still.
Those were, yes, especially the two. Yes, it was. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God. So
This is so funny. This is exactly how I felt when I took E. Like,
yeah.
This is what I felt like I looked like.
You looked like that. Yeah.
With like a camisole, lots of bracelets, like glitter in my hair.
I love it.
So it hit. It hit great. And
Great
I danced for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And since Caitlin was my watchdog and Maggie was Jason's watchdog to make sure that we kept drinking water. And
I'm so thirsty. I mean, it's all water.
I literally have no idea what else happened except for the proof of that photo. Like Caitlin took that photo when I was in it.
Oh.
Like, but then I remember like hour 3.5 hit. And I was like, I'm like, I looked around and there were so many people. Like I hadn't noticed the people before that moment. And I was like, they're so close. They're so close. And I like just started like pushing people.
Very different today. Not the 6-foot buffer zone that is required.
And Caitlin was like, all right, let's go sit down. Let's go sit down. And I sat down and I threw up like in a little puddle, like like we sat down to like, because it was like this huge warehouse. So we
like a lady?
Yeah.
What was it?
Very ladylike.
Is that? Do you do that with E? Do you throw up, or is it were you drinking?
I had drank so much before we even got there, and then
drinking there,
and drank liquor there, and then was dancing for 3 hours. So it may not even have been like I probably didn't even throw up because of the E, because of the weed. Because it was because I danced for 3 hours.
Your body thought you were riding the gravitron for 3 hours, and then you finally got off.
Because I probably was just like spinning and spinning and spinning. And it was amazing because the three of us are sitting. And I just have this little. It was like it wasn't like.
Very tasteful.
It was more just like that. And it just like. It slowly came out. We look over and Jason is still in it. Jason is twirling his glow stick.
Oh yeah.
Like a majorette.
He had made friends like around him.
He had another dosage, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
So finally, Caitlin and Maggie were like, all right, we've been here for 4 fucking hours.
We've been watching these guys do drugs for 4 hours.
We're out.
I want to go home.
Yes.
So we called a cab, and it wasn't hard to get a cab because they knew the rave was happening, and they like sort of circle like hawks,
Sure.
like vultures rather. And
Or cabs.
Cabs. We call it over, and he's like, "You guys coming from that rave?" And we're like, Can't you see we're sweating glitter at this point? Like Jason's eyebrows were like down his face.
Rubber cement in his face.
In his eyes.
Yeah.
He's a pirate.
The guy was like, "Do you guys need more E?"
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you, stranger. Yes, please.
We thankfully passed.
Oh.
And
that is where you and I part ways, my friend.
We all got in the car and went to the diner in Queens and just laughed the rest of the night away. But it was amazing. Like the thing is, I don't think I would have done, because I like that sort of drug if I wasn't with two people I knew were gonna have my back.
That's huge.
And then like one that was also on the journey that I trusted, right? So like
great.
I felt like for a druggie, I was smart about it.
That's a real Bilbo Baggins kind of journey you were on there.
It was.
And never did another one.
No. We went to like some other smaller sort of like house parties where like someone was playing the same type of music and it was the same kind of vibe, but like I just wore my regular clothes to that and
not your uniform.
Yeah.
I think most raves are like that. Like really, it's all let down from one great experience you have, and then you keep trying to go back and get that again, and you're like, oh, this sucks. Never mind.
Yeah. Jason said that like he'd only done, that was maybe like his third time doing E, and he was like, the first time was the best time, and then like it's okay, but he was like, I only do it when I want to listen to like when I go. This was like the third rave he had ever been to in his life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those people, man, those are like some ride or die people that I spent like 2 years in New York with. They're great.
Were they the New Year's Eve people?
No.
The boat?
No, that was my ex-boyfriend Kyle and stuff. Yeah, those are people that I knew from Doylestown.
That was high school stuff, right?
New Year's Eve?
Yeah, wasn't it? No.
No, I was 25 when that happened, I think, or 24. So I don't.
You're still in high school at that age?
Yeah, I didn't do well.
She was doing E all the time and stealing shit.